Hey there, the truth seeker. On this channel I will talk about the most mysterious cases in world history, based on both real documents and circumstantial evidence. I will always give you an understanding of what this information is, whether it is from declassified documents, from a private source or just a rumor, and what to believe and what not. It's up to you to decide. So let's get started. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most audacious and secretive operations of the Cold War, Project Azorian. This sounds like a spy novel plot, but it was a real CIA mission to recover a sunken Soviet nuclear submarine from the bottom of the Pacific Ocean. In the year 1968, the Cold War was at its height. Tensions between the US and the Soviet Union simmer, a constant threat of nuclear annihilation hanging in the air. In the vast expanse of the Pacific Ocean, a Soviet Gulf II-class submarine, K-129, carrying nuclear missiles, suffers a catastrophic failure. It sinks, thousands of miles from any coastline, plunging to the crushing depths of the ocean floor. The US, thanks to its network of underwater listening posts designed to detect enemy submarines, picks up the acoustic signature of the sinking. They know a Soviet sub has gone down, and they have a pretty good idea of its location. This presents an unprecedented opportunity, a chance to potentially get their hands on Soviet nuclear technology, missile codes, cryptographic equipment, a treasure trove of intelligence that could shift the balance of power in the Cold War. But there's a monumental problem. The sub is lying on the ocean floor at an astonishing depth, over 3 miles down. The pressure at that depth is immense, the challenges of retrieval seemingly insurmountable. No one has ever attempted anything like this before. It's a technological gamble of epic proportions. Enter the Central Intelligence Agency. Known for its bold, sometimes outlandish plans, the CIA devises an audacious scheme. They commission the construction of a massive ship, the Glomar Explorer. Its official purpose? Deep-sea mining. This was the carefully crafted cover story, a crucial element of the operation's secrecy. The Glomar Explorer was designed and built specifically for one purpose, to grab that sunken Soviet submarine. Now, before we move on, let's talk about the Soviet submarine itself and the circumstances surrounding its sinking. The official Soviet explanation for the loss of the K-129, the Gulf II-class submarine involved in Project Azorian, was never publicly disclosed in detail. However, it's generally believed that a combination of factors likely contributed to the disaster. One theory points to a possible explosion in the submarine's missile compartment, perhaps caused by a faulty missile or a fire. Another suggests a catastrophic failure in the submarine's ballast system, which controls its buoyancy. Whatever the cause, the sinking was a devastating loss for the Soviet Navy, taking with it the lives of all 98 crew members. Let's get back to the Americans. The Glomar Explorer was a marvel of engineering, a testament to American ingenuity. It was a purpose-built ship unlike anything seen before. Disguised as a deep-sea mining vessel, it was over 618 feet long and displaced over 40,000 tons. One of its most distinctive features was the massive moon pool, a large opening in the center of the ship, over 200 feet long and 75 feet wide. This moon pool was where the magic happened. Disguised as a commercial vessel, it housed a massive, specially designed claw, capable of grabbing the sunken submarine and lifting it to the surface. This claw, the capture vehicle itself, was a feat of engineering, a complex mechanism with articulated arms and grappling hooks designed to latch onto the submarine without causing it to break apart. The ship's design had to accommodate this massive piece of equipment and provide the stability needed to operate it in the open ocean. The technical challenges were immense, pushing the boundaries of what was thought possible. Engineers had to create a ship capable of operating at extreme depths, withstanding immense water pressure, and remaining stable in rough seas. The entire operation was a high-stakes gamble, pushing the boundaries of existing technology. The engineers had to overcome numerous hurdles, from designing a lifting system strong enough to raise a multi-ton submarine to developing a method for precisely positioning the capture vehicle over the wreck site, thousands of feet below the surface. The declassified documents we have access to confirm the immense engineering challenges the CIA faced. The claw mechanism, the lifting process, the sheer scale of the operation, it was a massive undertaking, pushing the limits of 1970s technology. The documents detail the challenges of operating at such extreme depths, the immense water pressure, the unpredictable ocean currents, the potential for equipment failure. It's clear from these documents that the CIA knew they were taking a huge risk. The CIA even created a fake deep-sea mining company as part of the cover story. They knew the Soviets were watching, that their intelligence services were always trying to glean information. Plausible deniability was paramount. The official story, fed to the press and the public, was that the Glomar Explorer was engaged in the perfectly legitimate business of mining manganese nodules from the ocean floor. This cover story was so elaborate that the CIA even went to the trouble of fabricating mining equipment and creating a plausible backstory for the operation. In 1974, after years of meticulous planning and construction, the Glomar Explorer finally reached the target area, the location of the sunken Soviet sub. The recovery operation began. But here's where the story takes a turn, where confirmed facts blend with persistent rumors and speculation, creating a narrative that's as intriguing as it is murky. The official CIA line, the narrative they've stuck to for decades, is that the recovery was only partially successful. They acknowledge raising a portion of the submarine, but they've always been extremely vague about what portion. This ambiguity has fueled decades of speculation, giving rise to numerous theories about what the Glomar Explorer actually retrieved. Information that has surfaced over the years, often from anonymous sources, paints a different picture. That suggests that the Glomar Explorer may have actually raised a much larger section of the submarine than the CIA ever admitted publicly. Some even claim they recovered the entire forward section, including the missile compartment, the nuclear warheads, the communication systems, and, perhaps most importantly, the Soviet code books. It's crucial to understand that these claims are based on unverified sources. The CIA has never confirmed them, and some experts remain skeptical. But the rumors persist, fueled by the limited official information and the inherent secrecy surrounding such clandestine operations. And there are some circumstantial pieces that could lend credence to the rumors. For instance, the sheer size and complexity of the Glomar Explorer itself. Was it really necessary to build such a massive, technologically advanced ship just to recover a small section of a sub? Even if the first attempt to raise a piece of a Soviet submarine wasn't quite successful, didn't they even try again? This question, and others like it, continue to fuel speculation that the recovery might have been far more extensive than officially acknowledged. Another intriguing question is why the CIA might have downplayed the operation's success. One theory, and it's a plausible one, is that they wanted to avoid a major international incident. If they had publicly announced the recovery of a Soviet nuclear submarine, it could have drastically escalated tensions with the Soviet Union, potentially triggering a dangerous confrontation. By suggesting a partial failure, they could quietly gain valuable intelligence without provoking a potentially catastrophic response. It's a classic example of Cold War brinkmanship. And then there's the enduring mystery of what happened to the recovered parts of the submarine. Did the CIA analyze the captured technology and then dispose of it? Did they keep it for further study, reverse engineering Soviet technology to gain a strategic advantage? Again, the official documents are silent on this point. Rumors suggest the recovered section was secretly transported to some sort of secure facility, however that's still the secret that, even decades later, remains closely guarded. The implications of Project Azorian are staggering. If the CIA did indeed recover the entire forward section of the sub, the intelligence gained would have been invaluable. They would have had access to Soviet nuclear missile technology, their communication systems, their cryptographic codes, information that could have given the US a significant edge in the Cold War. But the truth, like so much in the world of espionage, remains shrouded in mystery. And what the Soviet Union and later Russian sources have said about Project Azorian? Interestingly, for many years, the Soviet Union and then Russia maintained an official silence about the operation. They never formally acknowledged the CIA's attempt to raise their submarine. This silence, as mentioned before, could be interpreted in various ways, from genuine ignorance of the operation's true purpose to a calculated decision to avoid admitting vulnerability. However, in more recent years, some information has trickled out from Russian sources. Some retired Soviet naval officers and intelligence officials have given interviews, sharing their perspectives on Project Azorian. These accounts often portray the operation as a daring, but ultimately unsuccessful, attempt by the CIA to steal Soviet technology. They emphasize the fact that the recovery was only partial, suggesting that the Americans failed to obtain any truly valuable intelligence. Some Russian sources even claim that the Soviet Union was aware of the Glomar Explorer's true purpose from the beginning and that they took measures to protect their submarine, perhaps by disabling certain systems or removing sensitive materials before the CIA could reach them. However, it's important to note that these accounts are not always consistent, and some of the claims made by Russian sources cannot be independently verified. It's also worth noting that some in Russia view Project Azorian as a symbol of American aggression during the Cold War, a reminder of the intense rivalry between the two superpowers. So, let's recap what we know for sure, and what remains in the realm of speculation. Confirmed facts. The CIA launched Project Azorian to recover a sunken Soviet submarine. The Glomar Explorer was built specifically for this purpose. The official story is that the recovery was partially successful. Rumors and speculation. The CIA may have recovered a much larger portion of the sub, possibly the entire forward section. The CIA downplayed the success to avoid escalating tensions with the Soviets. The recovered materials were secretly analyzed and then possibly disposed of or retained. While these claims are based on various sources, their reliability is difficult to verify definitively. Project Azorian remains a fascinating puzzle, a blend of confirmed facts and persistent rumors. The declassified documents offer glimpses into the operation, but they also leave much to the imagination. The true extent of its success, and the secrets it may have uncovered, may never be fully known. If you've listened as far as here, thank you very much. Show that you like this kind of content, write what you'd like to improve in the comments and put a like. Thank you for watching.